Well, the top 5 baseball teams, the American Midwest Conference, they end up making the league tournament. The Hannibal LaGrange Trojans, currently sit 6th in the standings. The team occupying the 5th spot just happens to be paying a visit to America's hometown for 4 this weekend. That is Benedictine. Lots of local products in this one, including El Diablo, Clint Hamilton, and the Hannibal LaGrange Trojans. Down 2-1 early, but Benedictine pitcher Josh Glick fell on black days right here. Wild pitch to start off this frame. Travis Mundell comes home to score then. The bases loaded. This is a fielder's choice, courtesy of Jimmy Kinsey, which will score another run as Benedictine is unable to turn the double play at that point. All of a sudden, HLG up 3-2. They're not done. More badness right here from Glick as he throws another one away. Makes it 4-2 HLG. Luke Davis pitching from a point of strength at that point. The Keokuk product right there with a nice curveball to end up getting the strikeout. Enter at this point Pittsfield native Jordan Cawthon, who comes on in relief, pitches the final 4 innings, and he was masterful for Benedictine, putting his team right back in the ballgame, getting the strikeout here. And then just a bit later, facing his former Pittsfield teammate, the aforementioned Clint Hamilton, who he would induce into a pop-out. Jordan Cawthon, as I said, gets the win as Benedictine rallies back for the win in Game 1. 6-4 your final. It gets worse for HLG in game number 2 as Benedictine wins that one 6-0. Q&D product Brandon Miles with a pair of hits in that ball game. Other college news and notes. We've got Western Illinois victorious. Actually, check that, losing today in baseball to North Dakota State 8-1 to start that series on a bad foot. Meanwhile, better news for Western Illinois. Nathaniel Marshall, the pride of Bushnell Prairie City Avon, he is the winner in the hammer throw on campus today at the Lee Calhoun Invitational, which Western is hosting this weekend. Nathaniel Marshall with a throw of 188.06 to post the victory there. Volleyball news, not good for Quincy University as the Hawks get blown out by Ball State in straight games. 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. We've got softball as well for you tonight. Payson Seymour making the road trip to Illini West. Cheyenne Bowman doing what she does, attacking. This time with the bat, she singles through the left side. That would score Kristen Luce and Sarah White. Made it 6-0 Payson at that point. They scored 4 in the first inning. Cheyenne Bowman with a big lead. She's going to take good advantage of that with 9 strikeouts on the day, pretty much setting down the side right here as Illini West powerless to hit against her. Payson Seymour picking up a nice road victory over Illini West. Final count in this one in favor of the Indians, as you see right there, 11-1. More for you over in Jacksonville. The Battle of Jacksonville today sees the Crimsons beat the Route Lady Rockets. 12-2 was your final. And baseball today, Route goes on the road. Boy, the Rockets are red hot. They knock off Pleasant Plains 7-1. Justin Ketchum with a great pitching effort in that ball game. 7 strikeouts to add to the affair. And Nick Lonergan, another big day at the plate with 3 RBIs and a couple of hits. Hannibal in soccer today at the Moberly Tournament opens with a loss, losing to Winfield. Final count in that one was 3-2. Well, the highest profile coaching vacancy in all of Tri-State high school basketball is about to be vacant no more. As KHQA reported first via Twitter, Abingdon head coach Jeremy Anderson has been tabbed to lead the Bombers, and pending school board approval on Monday, will be introduced at a press conference at the school Tuesday afternoon. Now, I've been trying to chase down confirmation on Anderson's hire for the last 78 hours or so and finally got it today. Within that vetting process, Anderson's fellow coaches have been complimentary of the new Bomber skipper to the nth degree. One of them told me earlier this week that Anderson is, quote, a great coach, but an even better classroom teacher. Jeremy Anderson led the Commandos to a 17-12 finish this season, and those familiar with his style tell KHQA that you could expect a style that places a heavy emphasis at the defensive end, kind of like a Pittsfield. I'm told that Macomb Athletic Director Dave Bartlett made that a high priority within the search process, and that a source within the school told me that Bartlett has hired the guy who was at the top of his wish list. So good move from Macomb. We'll meet him again coming up on Tuesday at the press conference. Meanwhile, just when it looked like Dave Bartlett could finally clear the desk of the resumes piling up, a source tells KHQA that the Macomb School Board will consider the resignation of girls basketball coach Jeff Thorman during Monday night's meeting. Thorman leaves as the all-time winningest coach in Lady Bomber history and won back-to-back regional championships in 2006, 2007. One of the really good guys in coaching. The area will certainly miss Jeff Thorman going forward. Now on the signing front today, Quincy University already struck gold in the local recruiting process last year with Q&D product Ian Hinkamper, who may well end up being the GLVC Freshman of the Year this season. So why not go back to the well with Bill Latour this time fishing America's hometown?
they've got a great core that came in last year with Ian and Austin and Ethan, and this year they've got Patrick and myself, and I've known Ian and Ethan and Austin from playing high school tennis against them, and they're all really nice guys, and that helped me make my decision because they're all really good friends of mine.
Chris has just been a good player for Hannibal High School for a long time, and we appreciate all he's done. He's worked so hard on his game. During the season he played hard, did well for us. He worked hard outside the season, and he's just done really good. I'm just real proud of Chris. I think he's going to have a great time and enjoy himself, and he's helped us a lot, and I wish him the best.
I can't wait to get into college and play with the big guys up there at Quincy. But I'm going to focus on my high school season right now and finish it off with my teammates.
Some other local college news of note: Hazaria Washington, the outstanding Southeastern Community College forward. Well, she has been named a Division II JUCO All-American. There's an A in Hazaria, by the way, Hazaria. From Southeastern Community College, she averaged 22 points per game and 8 rebounds this season. Again, Division II All-American at the JUCO level. The reason we mention this, she is going to be staying locally recruiting and continuing her college career for the next 2 years. Her final 3, KHQA has learned, is Quincy University, Truman State, or Culver Stockton. So we are likely to see Hazaria continue her goodness in the local area for the next 2 years at one of those 3 schools. Good for her. Jerry Jerome has a good one right there that he's turning out back out into the world. Meanwhile, coming up tomorrow, it is overtime, weather permitting. Lots of good baseball, soccer, and other goodies coming your way right here at 10:30. Also tomorrow, Ross Green takes a look at the success of the Liberty Eagle baseball team in the early season. Yes, there's great pitching right there with Jared Shover and Lane Hansel, but this is kind of a look at everything that Dewey Hansel has done to kind of grow this program over the last couple of years, from expanding the baseball field and giving that team a really good ballpark to play in, to kind of building upon the momentum of what they've done. And this may be a banner year for the Liberty Eagles. So all of that coming your way tomorrow on the Big Overtime Show. And coming up a week from tomorrow, it is the KHQA All Do or Die Basketball Wrap-Up Show, done in 2 parts this year. 1 half-hour girls show, 1 half-hour boys show, with all the usual Do or Die Show fun, including your players and coaches of the year. We'll give you a hard time on that coming up tomorrow. That's it for me, everybody. Have yourselves a great weekend, and we'll see you for Overtime.